In the land of Canaan, a great darkness had fallen upon the Israelites. They were oppressed by the mighty Canaanite army, led by the ruthless commander Sisera. The people cried out for deliverance, their hearts burdened with despair. Amidst this turmoil, Deborah, a prophetess and judge, rose to prominence. Her wisdom and faith in God were known throughout the land, and the Israelites sought her counsel. Recognizing the dire situation, Deborah called upon Barak, a valiant warrior, and delivered a message from God. Barak, Deborah spoke with unwavering conviction. The time has come to rally the Israelite tribes and face Sisera's army. God has promised us victory, for he is with us. Barak listened intently, his eyes filled with determination. I will gather the warriors of our tribes, he declared, and together we shall march against our oppressors. The Israelite tribes responded to Barak's call, joining forces under his leadership. They assembled at Mount Tabor, a place of strategic advantage overlooking the plains where Sisera's army awaited them. Deborah stood before the gathered warriors, her voice resonating with authority. Fear not, she proclaimed, for God shall go before you in battle. Trust in his strength and guidance. As the Israelites prepared for battle, Deborah sought God's guidance through prayer. She communed with him in the sanctuary of her tent, seeking his favor and wisdom. The day of battle arrived, and Barak led his army down from Mount Tabor. They descended upon Sisera's forces like a storm, their swords gleaming in the sunlight. The clash of weapons echoed through the air as the Israelites engaged in fierce combat with Sisera's soldiers. Barak fought with valor, his heart filled with the knowledge that God was on their side. As the battle raged on, a sudden downpour of rain began to drench the battlefield. The heavens opened up, washing away the dust and sweat, and turning the once dry ground into a muddy quagmire. The Canaanite chariots, designed for speed and maneuverability, became stuck in the mire, rendering them useless. The Israelites took advantage of this divine intervention, pressing their advantage and striking down their enemies. Sisera, witnessing the turn of events, realized that his army was being defeated. Filled with fear and desperation, he fled from the battlefield, seeking refuge in the tent of Jael, a woman known for her hospitality. Jael welcomed Sisera into her tent, offering him shelter and refreshments. However, as he lay exhausted, she seized an opportunity to end his reign of terror. With a swift stroke, she drove a tent peg through his temple, ending his life. The news of Sisera's demise spread like wildfire, reaching the ears of the remaining Canaanite soldiers. Their spirits shattered, they fled in disarray, leaving the Israelites victorious on the battlefield. Deborah and Barak rejoiced in their triumph, giving thanks to God for his faithfulness. The Israelites celebrated their deliverance from oppression, knowing that God had fulfilled his promise. Deborah's leadership and Barak's bravery became legendary throughout the land. Their victory in the Battle of Deborah and Barak served as a testament to the power of faith and obedience to God's commands. The Israelites lived in peace for many years after their triumph, cherishing the memory of their deliverance. The story of Deborah and Barak would be told for generations to come, inspiring future warriors and leaders to trust in God's guidance and never lose hope in the face of adversity.